CNN senior legal analyst and former federal prosecutor Elie Honig. Elie, after yesterday's civil verdict, does Donald Trump have a jury problem?
Well, you bet he does, Michael, if he behaves like that. I want people to understand what Donald Trump did in that courtroom throughout this trial is not just unusual. It is absolutely bizarre and self-destructive. When you're a trial lawyer, you understand the jury is sitting there feet away. They are watching and evaluating everything you do. You are trained that you have to have a poker face. Even if your most important witness goes south, even if the judge makes a terrible ruling for you, you have to act like you're doing just fine because the jury's watching you. And for Donald Trump to sit there muttering out loud in ways the jury can hear, the judge admonishing him, for Trump to get up and stand up and walk out during a jury address by the other side is outrageous, and I assure you the jury held that against him. And if I'm his criminal lawyer, I would tell him, look, that's a civil case. Your penalty for acting out there is going to be financial, but when we get into criminal court, the penalty if you do that is going to be much more severe.
Okay, so now the question becomes, does he get into criminal court before the election? Let's remind everybody, the Court of Appeals in D.C. any minute is going to come back on that immunity question relative to January 6th. Then what?
So the key thing to look for, I'm going to save everyone some time when that immunity decision comes down. Donald Trump is going to lose this argument in the Court of Appeals. They're going to reject his immunity claim. But pull up the document and hit Control F and do the find function on the phrase issue the mandate. What that means is, will they send the case back down to the trial court and essentially unfreeze the trial court? Now, the trial court has been what we call stayed, meaning on pause, for about 7 weeks now. If the mandate issues, it goes back to the trial court. They can try to reestablish a trial date, maybe in April or May. But if the Court of Appeals does not issue that mandate, the trial court remains frozen and Donald Trump